Alright, so we all saw the meltdown that happened with the Falcons in the Super Bowl. They had a 25-point lead, and then they lost it. And then they lost the Super Bowl. Personally, a lot of people are picking them to do pretty good this season. But for me, I just think that, I don't know. I just don't think, like, after past Super Bowl teams, they start to crumble. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but Stephen A, he's going to talk about it, and then Max Kellerman's going to talk about it. So, yeah, let's check it out and see what happens, what their opinion is.
Looks up, throws it for Amendola. Touchdown, Patriots! Stretched out to Jake White. He's in for two. Throws down over and looks up. And Julian diving for it. Helmet has it. Can he make the catch? He did! It's an unbelievable catch.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen. I don't know how the hell he caught it.
Hands it to White. Amendola! Touchdown, Patriots! Quick throw to Amendola. Reaches across the goal line for a score. It's a tie game in Super Bowl 51. Driving forward. Touchdown! Can't believe it. And it's comeback in Super Bowl history. Led by the greatest quarterback.
You know, I watched it the day after. I watched it 2 days after. And then I watched it 3 days after. And for me, it was one of those things, I think you want to be able to deal with it appropriately. And maybe that's different for everybody. Some people bury it away, some people whatever. For me, it was, all right, let's watch. You know, does it feel the same way it felt as we were going through it? I think everybody's going to be really hungry to get back there because, you know, the one thing I'm proud of is that we have a young team. We were ready to play. I thought we played well. We were right in the mix and, you know, fell a little bit short. But we should have every bit of confidence that we're going to be right back there next year and getting a different outcome because we're going to be more experienced.
Gotta respect that he went right into the fire and watched it right away. On that note, someone we also respect. Damian Woody in the house. Has been too long. How we doing?
I'm good. What's good on the set?
Where have you been?
The weather's nice.
I've been here. Y'all been chilling or something. Traveling, doing whatever. I thought y'all was scared to see me.
Never that.
Okay, all right.
They're just making moves, working other jobs.
I don't know why the hell you always think of somebody.
Man, get off your phone, man. When I'm on the set, man, you address me.
First of all, watch your tone. First of all, watch your tone. And secondly, and more importantly, big boy, it's not like we got to literally go up against you like we defensive linemen. This is TV. I ain't got no reason to be scared of you on
It's
TV.
still a battle.
It's still a battle.
It is.
Once you always lose,
When I'm
don't
on
you
here,
get
I'm
tired
looking
of
at the
losing to
story
me?
when I'm on
Don't you
here.
get tired of losing me? What, man, watch your mouth. Watch your tone. Watch your tone,
It
man.
is interesting that Stephen A., he brings up a valid point. You never seem to be in studio when he's sitting there. I'm always looking at you on the TV screen when he's sitting there. And then you're always talking about how you're not scared of him.
Because, Max, that's because some of us have jobs other than 10 o'clock in the morning. You see what I'm saying? We don't get to just fly to Vegas, once a month. I'm telling you right now, I'm hoping. You know what I'm hoping for, Molly? I'm hoping that I'm hoping that HBO is going to send Max on an assignment in Istanbul. When they got to fight there or something. I'm wishing that on them just for that.
Salty about good locations. Yep.
All right, let's get into it, Max. I'll start with you. How should this Super Bowl loss impact how we view Matt Ryan?
I gotta say, I hate to say this, a bit diminished. I think Matt Ryan's a bit diminished in my eyes, and I will tell you why. There's a specific reason here. He's excellent, and he had a tremendous season, and in the Super Bowl in the first half, he was very good. A great quarterback, and I think this goes for a great athlete in any sport, but especially a quarterback, because you're the leader of that team in the offense. In a Super Bowl in particular, is not an automaton. They're not a robot who's simply getting instructions from the sideline and carrying it out no matter what. It's the way you want a great racehorse champing at the bit, right? They're not just docile. They want to impose themselves. And when things weren't going right, and they're calling passing plays from the sidelines, and everyone with a passing familiarity with football knows you run the ball here. You're already in field goal range. You run the ball twice, you're not going to lose any yards. Even if you lost a yard or two, you're likely to kick a field goal and win the game. It's a two-score game. Game's over. For him to just kind of accept the calls from the sidelines and not essentially audible and say no, impose himself, be willful about it. Hard for me to imagine Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or Brett Favre or any one of those guys getting a call from the sidelines that they think is foolish in that moment because they were foolish calls. Play
Especially Peyton Manning. Yeah, I think Max got
all they want. Stephen A., you say it's the worst call ever. I actually think this was worse. You're already in field goal range. You have two plays to run the ball.
Seattle
Probably
one
pick up
was
3 or 4
worse,
yards or
but
maybe
I get
more.
his point.
But even if you don't do anything, you're probably going to win the game. To go to
Yeah, I get Max's points. I get his point. Like, I was wondering, like, why did they run, actually didn't run the ball, and then when in that third down play, when Matt Ryan was in field goal range, he got sacked, and I'm just like, why didn't you just throw the ball away? Like, you could have threw the ball away, and then you could have won, but...
Passing plays in that situation and have the quarterback just accept it. You have to be more willful in that situation. That's a leader. I think the great quarterbacks that you could think about, Bradshaw, anyone, the leaders say, we're running the ball, and the Falcons win that game. And for that reason, I didn't see the requisite leadership in the moment of truth from Matt Ryan, and so to me, he's a little bit diminished.
But Max, then he's not betting on himself. If he thinks I can't pass it and we got to win.
Listen, if I've won the game, I'll bet on whoever you want. You can bet on whatever. We ain't betting on yourself. The game's won. Just give the ball to the running back. Do it twice, you win.
That he could execute the play. Stephen A?
I agree with Max. I don't have anything to add because that's really what this comes down to me, too. Matt Ryan was 17 of 23, 2 touchdowns, 284 yards. You get within field goal range. It's not about your skill set at that particular moment in time, even though you gave up a 28-3 lead. It's really about your leadership. The game is in hand. The offensive coordinator, Shanahan, along with your head coach, Quinn, may make a call, but you, Matt Ryan, Matty Ice, you've earned the cachet to say to them, guys, what are we doing here? All we need is a field goal, and we've locked up a Super Bowl championship. And to be silent in that particular moment, to not step up and step forward, and not just use your football acumen, but overall common sense, and your cachet as a star quarterback, who, by the way, was the MVP candidate for this franchise, and a league MVP candidate. How do you not step up and speak up and say, whoa, this is a bad move. We should not be doing this. Leaders do that in moments, in pivotal moments like that. I thought he was very, very silent and muted. And as a result, it reminded me as to why, as gifted as he is of a quarterback and as likable as he is as a person, it reminded me why he's not spoken of as a first-tier guy along the lines of the Drew Bledsoes and Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers and others. Something about him shrunk in that moment as well. And he had everything to do with them losing the Super Bowl championship as much as Coach Quinn and Shanahan, because he's Matty Ice. He had the cachet to help them make a different decision, and he didn't exercise it.
Well, I would say this about Matt Ryan. He's not the Mariano Rivera. We all knew he played Mariano Rivera coming out of the bullpen and closing that bad boy out. That's the biggest thing that I took away from the Super Bowl is the fact that you're up 25. So think about how many plays the Patriots, how many things have to go right the Patriots' way for you to crawl back into that thing, and how many plays that you didn't execute if you're Matt Ryan to really stay one step ahead of the Patriots. To me, that's the biggest thing. We can talk about play call. Listen, was the offensive coordinator at fault? Yes. Head coach? Yes. Defense? Everybody played a part in the collapse. But as a quarterback, as the MVP of the National Football League, in moments where the Patriots are coming back, every single play counts. And where he messed up, he didn't execute on those plays that counted the most. If you want to be considered the elite of the elite, and he had an elite season, there's no question about that. You cannot take that away from Matt Ryan. But if you want to be on that next level, that next caliber of quarterback, the Drew Brees, the Tom Brady, you guys have named them, you have to execute in those situations, and that's where Matt Ryan.
Why do you think he doesn't?
Well, I still think for Matt Ryan, this is still a learning curve for him. Remember, we were talking about in the playoffs, he hadn't broken through that glass ceiling of getting past the NFC Championship game. He had been knocking on the door, but he had never gotten past that. This past season, he got past that. So I think this is another learning experience for him. But if he wants to be the quarterback on the level of those guys that we've named, then he has to execute in those situations better.
But Damian, to Max's earlier point, was that his call? Should he have handed off?
The thing I disagree with Max is there's an operation that goes on here. It's not like quarterbacks can just go willy-nilly. I know we see all the time with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, for most of his career, he was the offense. He ran the whole show. A lot of quarterbacks in this league, Offensive coordinator makes the call, you go out there and run the play. He might give you a couple options within a play, but for the most part, if he makes a call, it's your job to go out there and execute the play. So I'm not going to put that on Matt Ryan and just go, we're just going to scrap everything.
Exactly.
I'm just going to scrap everything, and I'm going to run this play. Because listen, Kyle Shanahan all season was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant all season. He came up small in the Super Bowl in that moment.
Game's over if you run the ball twice. You win.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Let me ask y'all this. Damian, explain something to me. You say that the coach makes the call, you execute it. There's a Super Bowl title on the line.
Yep.
All you need is a field goal to secure the deal. We are talking about Matt Ryan. He's been in the league 9 years. He's completed 65% of his passes. He's passed for over 37,000 yards. He's got an 85-57 regular season record.
Yes.
In 6 of his 9 years, he's had a winning record.
Yes.
This dude has been to a couple, if not a few, NFC championship games.
Yep.
You don't have the cachet at that moment to sit up there and say, damn it, run the damn football. Let's not throw the football. Let's make sure that we hold on to this and secure so we can kick a field goal and go home. He doesn't have the cachet to do that.
Look, let me clarify myself here. What I was speaking of was when on the field. Now it's a different story off the field. That's where Matt Ryan could have flexed his muscle off when he's on the sideline telling coach, look, play the situation out. I know you're an aggressive offensive coordinator and you like to throw the ball all over the place. But listen,
what about the equipment?
we need to play the situation out, run the football. That's where he could have flexed his muscle.
But I'm confused. I'm confused because what I'm saying is I thought that a quarterback is in the game and you're literally getting signals in the headset and beyond while you're on the field half the time. Yeah, you're going to go, of course, when you go to the sidelines when the offense comes off the field. But what I'm talking about, you're also getting calls while you're on the field, right?
Yeah,
you can't sit up there in that particular moment and say no.
Yeah, but that one should have. And listen,
that's what I'm saying.
The point is, given what was at stake, to hell with the way everyone normally does things.
Exactly.
A great quarterback and leader in that moment does what he has to do to win the game.
Yep.
And you run that ball. You audible, let them chew you out afterwards. You win the game, you run the ball. We're not having this conversation.
I'm glad you got it like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to run the show this way.
Exactly.
Sometimes it doesn't work that way.
Yes, sometimes you got to follow the rules. So we will leave it there. Thank you so much for.
Exactly. Like, Matt Ryan's been in the league for 9 years. He should have said, fuck this play. I'm running the damn ball. I don't care what you want to do, Kyle Shanahan. I'm running the damn ball because we're in field goal range. There was about a minute left. I don't want Tom Brady getting the ball at all. I did not want him getting the ball at all. So I want to run the ball. And then they would kick the field goal. Most likely, Red Bryant would have made it. If he would have missed it, Tom Brady wouldn't have that much time, and the defense took care of it. So it was as much as Matt Ryan's fault as it was the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. So, yeah, pretty interesting debate. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, and yeah, guys, peace.